Hey my friends, this is Daniel, Aldie, and today I want to talk with you about 7 powerful steps so that you can become a highly successful person. So listen up. The first step is don't panic. When you look on the internet, you see so many different people who are millionaires or claim to be millionaires that actually aren't. Now you might think, oh man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, or you might feel inadequate or insecure or unprepared, to be honest. But the fact is that you are in the right place at the right time and you're doing the right things. There's just a little tweaking that you need to do, so don't panic. The fact is that you will get there, so don't worry, because worrying is the greatest waste of imagination. And if you keep on asking yourself, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I get there? You're never gonna get there. So you have to think about the things that you can do and start to embrace those opportunities, even though they may seem small, so that you can get to where you want to be. When I first started in my business, I would look at these great pioneers and I would think to myself, oh wow, I can never be like that. I can never do what they're doing. And I would fantasize about how well they're doing without thinking about how well I could be doing. I was cheating myself out of success, and I was panicking, and I was prohibiting myself from becoming who I was called to be. Once I relinquished those thoughts, I began to become more joyful, and I started to reach all my goals and even exceeding those that I looked up to. The second tip is to figure it out. Figure out the changes that you need to make. When I started, I decided there were 3 habits that I absolutely needed to stop. Once I stopped those habits by replacing them with 3 new habits, it changed my entire outlook of life, and it changed the direction of my dreams. It's time to get real with yourself and confront those habits that have been holding you back. Make a list of those 3 items that have been stopping you and replace them with 3 items that will ignite you. The third step is to make observations, because the fact is that if you can see what other people cannot see, you will be able to go where other people cannot go. Notice the people, places, and things around you, and start to make notes in your journal so that you can fully understand what exactly you're observing, what exactly you're experiencing in your life. I remember when I was a suit salesman, I would study all these men that would come into my store, and I would take note of everything they wore. I would take note of the jobs that they had, the way that they spoke, how much money that they made, and I asked myself, do I really want to be a part of that community? Do I really want to be in that industry? Do I really want to dress like these people? Once I studied those individuals, it helped me to refine myself and understand exactly what I wanted to be when I got older. Make observations of everything you see around you. Study people's personalities, study their characteristics, study their habits, study everything you can, and make those observations so you can understand yourself on a greater level. The fourth step is to create a plan of action. There's a lot of people that try to think too much about this, but it's very simple. You don't need a complicated business plan. You just need to write several things that you want to actually accomplish within the next 12 months. I'll give you a clear example of my first year of public speaking. I decided to give 200 speeches, read 100 books, attend 12 different conferences, and find one solid mentor that would change my life. And not only did I achieve these goals, but I exceeded it by doing much more than I expected myself to do. Now I'll turn the question to you. What exactly can you do that can allow you to create the perfect plan for your achievement? I like to use something called the rule of 100. And basically, if you do something 100 times, you will gain the competence necessary to feel very good at what you do. So for instance, let's say you wanted to become a better cook. If you threw yourself in the kitchen 100 times for the next 12 months, you will become a better cook. Now I'm not saying you'll become a 5-star chef, but you will likely become closer to that ideal. The fifth step is to resolve to make changes. As I was growing up, I would get bullied and beaten up all the time, almost every single day. I remember one day at age 13, I decided to resolve to make a change. And I remember dedicating myself to the weight room, deciding that I am going to lift weights until I'm strong enough. I've been lifting weights for quite a while now, and I can tell you that I've never been bullied since that day. What I'm saying is to decide to do something with yourself. There's many stories where men and women have broken down because they've been poor, they've been beaten, they've been broken, and they decided to put an end to it. They stopped all the confusion, they stopped all the frustration, and they took action so that they can live their dreams. I remember one of the biggest turning points in my life. As I was giving public speeches and simultaneously selling life insurance, my wife stopped me in the middle of the street in Washington, D.C. at a red light, and she asked me a question that changed my whole entire perspective. She asked me, "Daniel, are you going to continue to tell people that they're going to die, or are you going to tell people that they're going to live?" She basically dug deep into my heart and made me realize that half of my week was dedicated to telling people that they needed life insurance and they had to buy now before they died, and the other half of my week was dedicated to telling people that they're going to live their dreams and succeed and become the person they wanted to be and that they were going to live. I decided to put an end to that duality and face my greatest fear. And I decided to go into business full-time for myself, and it changed the whole direction of my life, and I've been able to reach millions of people since that day. Now, the sixth step to success is to be patient. I remember as a teenager, I would ride my bike around the richest neighborhoods and I would observe these big houses. I would think to myself, maybe one day I will live there. Maybe one day I can get a house like that. Well, now I'm in a house far bigger than the houses I used to dream of, and I did it so much sooner. The fact is that everything you want will come to fruition as long as you believe it. If you want to buy your wife a diamond ring, it will happen. If you want to buy yourself a new car, it will happen. If you want to live your dreams and you want to start right now and reach the goals that you want, it will happen, but you need to start today. The seventh and final step is to live your dreams. All you need to do right now is to take action, is to move into the direction of your dreams. Find out what exactly you need to do and get started on it immediately. Once you do, make sure you celebrate often, give back enormously, ignore the naysayers, and keep believing in your dream by staying inspired and serving others along the way. As you live your dreams, you may face some setbacks. You might face adversities. You might see people turning against you, but don't lose heart. Keep your faith and be bold in everything you do. Go after your dream with all your heart and keep on believing in yourself. Because remember, if you believe in yourself, everyone else in the world will believe in you. Thank you for watching this video, my friends. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, leave a comment below, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to seeing your success, and I look forward to seeing you next time.